Hello and welcome back once again to another episode of Let's Play Path of Exile with post-commentary. So, I was running into some blue screen issues. I swapped my USB drivers and thought everything was all nice and happy and fine, and it turned out that that wasn't the case and that the microphone was cutting out on me again. So, I recorded this episode, had a blue screen, lost it, re-recorded this episode, and the microphone stopped working. And it could just be me, but the video kind of looks like crap for some reason. Not sure. Anyway. In that first crash, I picked up that 1% life regeneration per second note, because I did level up. My plan for today is to get through the entire eastern half of Act 2. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of stuff to do. We gotta head down to the Chamber of Sin, kill Fidelitis, get the Baleful Gem. We have to head down into the den where the Great White Beast dwells and kill him, put him to rest for Yena. We have to go kill Kraityn out on the Broken Bridge. And we also need to go kill, or head down into the church dungeon, I want to say it is, out beyond the Fell Shrine ruins, and get, what the hell's it called? The hand scepter thing. I don't remember what it's called. There's a lot of stuff to get done in this eastern half. I want to get it, like, just... We did the western half last time, except for going through the Valve ruins, which we can't do yet, because we don't have the Baleful Gem. I also want to go through, we did that whole western part last time. We did the Weaver's Chamber, the Way Forward, and Alira. Today I want to do the three things I already talked about, get that done, and then, in theory, next time we could possibly finish up Act 2, with that northern part beyond the Valve ruins. If that worked out, that would be kind of cool. I don't expect that part to, because it is going to be fairly long. But, yeah, we're going to try for it and see what we can do. I think I just need to up the frame rate on this recording a little bit. I think that's the only issue is. It looks a little odd in a couple spots. Whatever. For now, it shall have to do. I'm using open broadcast software to record now instead of Fraps, because Fraps, the file sizes just are too big when you're working with like 200 gigabytes or so of space for recording. Because I had to remove 2 hard drives. I believe I've talked about this. They were old IDE hard drives. They were 300 odd gigabyte hard drives, so the 2 of them, still a nice amount. Anyway, I found the Great White Beast in like no time flat in here. The episode I had to toss because the blue screen, it was like the last spot. I had the entire area mapped out. It was like the absolute last spot I went to find the Great White Beast. But threw down an emergency portal and basically just beat the living snot out of it till it dies. I know I was talking about something and I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the 2 old IDE hard drives. Losing 600 gigs of space kind of sucked, but they were like still useful because it was quite a lot of space. So I was like, whatever, I can deal with it.
Live big, Exile.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, trying to get the reward for the Great White Beast. And we get a ring. Mana and rarity. Neither of these I'm going to really use. I'm probably not going to use that life ring either. It's more likely than not just going to be used for a currency recipe. Back to my story before I get sidetracked and forget about it again. So I lost those. I had 2 500 gigabytes or so, and I have an external terabyte drive, so overall I had a decent amount of space. One of the 500 gigabyte drives decided that it was done and started grinding, making weird noises, and just stopped working, period. Like, great. So I lost another 500 gigs, and so I end up with a little bit of an episode backlog. I, at any point in time, have roughly 200 gigabytes of stuff left. I usually try to keep in like 2 episodes per Let's Play back in case it turns out, oh, there's an audio error, there's a problem, so I can fix the problem before I delete the stuff. With Fraps, the videos tend to be quite huge, so it's less than ideal because I could not really even record a single episode of Path of Exile at 1080p without basically running through that 200 gigabyte or so space I have to work with. Open Broadcaster, on the other hand, this video ended up being 3.6 gigabytes for a 34-ish minute video recording, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, we're just killing some rare mobs that I'm running across. I ran back down this road, now that I'm thinking about it, because I had gotten this waypoint, so I was just like, oh, this is where the entrance is. We ran across the entrance to the crossroads from the old field, so it's like, we're just kind of connecting where we would have left off had I not used this waypoint that I technically didn't get on video yet. And it turns out I actually have about half of the rare mobs types already killed. It's like, that's actually something that might get completed. Likewise with that with the shrines. Yeah, the resistance shrines. A resistance shrine is one of the ones I have not yet gotten. How I know that, you ask? Well, it might be because in a short while we run across one, I click it, and I can see the little achievement thing pop up, so I knew that it was that. Otherwise, yeah, just pretty simple, straightforward, beating the living snot out of huge packs of enemies. Great, great stuff, great fun. Piles of bloody, pulpy mess on the ground. Lovely.
I cannot carry this.
Oh, those explosions are awesome. More explosions. Now we're about to start entering the Chamber of Sins. Both previous times, oh, not previous times, I guess this is the second time. The previous time I went in there, I kind of unintentionally ended up man-moning it up with the lack of lightning resistance. I never bothered to check what I had, and so I was apparently going around with like next to nothing. I ended up getting hit with conductivity, which is a curse that increases lightning damage and stuff. As a byproduct of that, lightning attacks from other enemies are then much more able to get shock stacks on you, which then also increase the amount of damage you take from lightning. So, no lightning resistance to begin with, increased damage from conductivity, increased damage from shock. There's a lot of enemies in this dungeon that use...
I cannot carry this.
Lightning attacks. When, like, 10, 15 of them all attack you at the same time, and you get hit by all of them at almost the same time, just after getting nailed by conductivity, you basically get conductivity, shock, 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 and then everything after that does tons and tons of damage, and you will drop from full health to nothing in next to no time at all. I know it can happen. It happened to me in that first episode. I don't have a video of it, for better or worse, but yeah, I basically got one shot by 15 things at the same time. It sucked. Especially because as I tend to do so often, didn't put down an emergency town portal thing. So I had to run all the way back, which sucked. And then I lost it all because of the blue screen. I didn't lose the progress in game, obviously, because Path of Exile does save everything server side. But, yeah. So, good stuff with that. And stupid Plague Wretch, who I swear used to be called Plaguebringer. But he's pretty easy until he gets a couple stacks of Viper Strike on you, at which point your health will start to drop quite rapidly. Or, well, not drop, but you won't be able to regen your health. Just like wait for him to drop off and just finish killing him. I was like, oh, maybe I'll luck out and the stairs are the same way as last time. They were up, like, north above me. It's like, oh, nope, dead end. Not up there this time, that's for sure. I'm looking at this waveform. Apparently tapping my fingers and moving my hands does move the waveform. Because now again, I have it visible so that if it cuts out, I can tell that it cut out immediately and stop wasting my time and not sit here talking for 20 minutes. Just to not have anything record. I've made it past the 10-minute mark though, so it all seems well once again, unless it spontaneously blue screens. Although I think the audio recording up until that point will be okay. Although it will be a nightmare to try and sync everything up going beyond that. You know, it'll get very complicated. It's like one of the hard things. I could record... I might have talked about this... I know I talked about it briefly, but it's like Open Broadcaster. I can record the audio directly in it, but if my microphone volume's too low or something, and then I run it through like a compressor and some noise gating and stuff like that, it just kind of... I like having the audio separate to work with than the video and the game audio, so I can adjust things as necessary. If it's all thrown onto the same video, I don't believe Open Broadcaster will record to a second track so that the audio and in-game sound are like separate. They're just kind of, I believe, stuck together, so if one's too loud, well, you're kind of really out of luck. You can kind of fix around with it and mess around with it, but it's more hacky. It's like you turn up certain sounds, that's what I'm looking for. Not trying to sound smart, it's like I can picture, you basically take the equalizer, you put up certain spectrums of the sound wave, and so like voices is maybe in the, you know, I'm just pulling numbers out of my ass. The, you know, voice commentary might be between the 20,000 and 40,000 kilohertz spectrums. So you turn those up and the audio might go up, but there's going to be some high and low voice stuff that's not going to be included in that. But any game sound also in that same spectrum is also going to get turned up, so you can't always isolate the voice and turn it up. There might be some really fancy expensive software, which I don't have, that can do that, or Audacity might be able to do it too for all I know, and I'm just not aware of how to do it. But basically, I can't do it. So having it separate is nice. In-game-wise, we're just killing stuff because time is not yet of the essence. We're only at about 15 minutes. I know I can get through this place in about 20 minutes because I got almost all the way through before it got the blue screen of death. Hopefully, hopefully, it's like, I know what's gonna happen. I don't know about this whole faking, you know, fake drama. Will we make it? Will we be able to complete the Chamber of Sins, recover the Baleful Gem, and still have time to go kill a bandit and head down into the church dungeon and get the Scepter Hand of God thing that I don't remember the name of? Find out shortly. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Well, you guys will see what happens. I know what happens. If I can't find the stairs down, it's obviously not gonna be happening successfully, that's for sure. But there they are, and down we go. I don't think I've swapped out resist stuff yet. I believe I do end up doing it eventually. And of course, as I say that, I remember what actually happens, and yeah, it's it really does make a world of difference. And so far, I've been lucky in that I have not gotten cursed while getting wailed on by lots and lots of electrical lightning damage. I just have this habit. It's so hard to break it. I just want to kill everything. I know it's not efficient. Most times killing an individual mob is just not worth the time spent. Depending on your build, like in my case, I have Infernal Blow. It's so much better with a pack of enemies. Some other builds, I'm sure, work fine for it. Like, you drop down a Spark Totem or two as you're running by, and, you know, the totems keep casting Spark, and the thing will die, like, on its own. You don't have to actually, like, run over to it, swing a couple times. Even something like Heavy Strike maybe with the extra gems on, you could probably one-shot a single mob, and it's like, okay, it's kind of worth it. For me, currently, I'm stuck with a minimum of 3 swings to kill anything, because multi-strike will cause you to swing 3 times. Or, no, yeah, multi-strike. Melee Splash obviously has nothing to do with swinging multiple times. I can't wait to get to the point where I just have tons and tons of Scrolls of Wisdom and I don't care about them. Or I could just, like, you know, get lucky, find, like, an Exalted and trade it for, like, 50 stacks of Wisdom Scrolls and just never have to worry about them again. Like, that would be convenient. I think that conversion ratio is actually horribly skewed to the fact that, or in favor of the person getting the Exalted in that case, but you probably trade Chaos for like 10, 15, 20 stacks or so of Wisdom Scrolls, and my conversion rate's probably horribly, terribly off, and that's nowhere near accurate. But essentially, people stop picking up Wisdom Scrolls usually around this time. I think I'm still like on a stack or so of them, so I would like to have more.
You made it around the barrier at Prisoner's Gate. Such talent.
Emergency portal, yet again. And lots of lightning guys. And a boss who likes to use lightning. And all this stuff actually hurts. It's like right about now I'm thinking, yeah, I should get lightning resistance. Trying to get away and don't make it. So, lightning resist rings, it is. Yes, yeah, okay, go equip that one, equip the other one, and we are good to go. Back through the portal, no, the portal. Portal, there you go. Another emergency portal, and this is going to be a complete joke this time around. It's like, the joys of actually having the proper defenses for what you're attempting to do. And Fiddleitis is dead. How terrible.
I cannot carry this.
And I don't know why the hell I'm bothering to kill these. Because they're elites or rares, or not rares, elites or magic mobs. And I was supposed to look up after the end of the episode if there is an official name for those. Just like I was supposed to look up what the hell the obscuring shrines do? Screen shrine? Actually, you know what? I'm doing this post-recording. I can actually look up this stuff. Alright, let's find out what these guys are called first. And it looks like the standard is just to call them magic, rares, and unique mobs, or monsters. I don't know, just magic mobs sounds so wrong. Magic monsters. I don't know, I don't like it. And what about the shrines? Like, this is actually kind of nice about having it in post-recording. Other than the fact I have no clue what the hell is going on, because I had my browser covering it. Covering the video, rather. Alright, let's see. Now I'm yawning. Great. Alright. Shrouded Shrine, I believe it is. Smokescreen surrounds you, blinding all nearby mobs. Oh, okay, that's actually kind of convenient. It's not bad if nothing else. Yeah, good stuff. Back to the totally awesome commentary, where I'm going to probably not say anything for a moment or two. Other than to say that I believe we have made our way to the Broken Bridge. I have not been paying any attention to what's going on, and if I catch the minimap expanded, I can read the top right corner and actually verify that fact. Yeah, the Broken Bridge. We're going after Kraityn. He shall die. We got a waypoint. And the bridge is actually just to the northeast, slightly. There it is! I'm sitting far away, so this might be kind of quiet.
I cannot carry this.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. I actually lost my voice in the second recording of this, or the attempted second recording of it.
Heard you pulled a weed out of my garden.
And right about now, I actually end up going to the wiki to look up what the hell Oak gives in Cruel. Helping Alira would give you 4% cast speed, helping Kraityn 8% attack speed, and Oak plus 18% physical damage. Given that Infernal Blow converts physical damage to the fire damage, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Attack speed, physical damage, or a skill point. 18% physical damage is quite a nice little number. So I end up killing Kraityn. Anytime now. So I'm looking at the wiki. And once again, worst case, I can always swap it out. Because there is a recipe to do that. Which I can actually look up. Right about now, I'm going to run up and drop a portal. Because, like, you know, this could go badly. I might need a portal to escape and just not die. Which, in retrospect, the waypoint was right there, but, yeah. Alright, to change this, you can change the reward choice for this. As I yawn. Great. Okay, stop yawning. You can change the quest reward for the bandits. Alright, what the hell's the name of the quest? Deal with the bandits by creating a Book of Reform. To do so, you combine 20 Orbs of Regret with either an Amber, Jade, Lapis, or Onyx amulet, depending on what you want.
Fast mouth. Swift
and,
death.
well, 20 Orbs of Regret are quite expensive, so it's not cheap to do. I hope I don't come to regret this. I can still choose between the passive skill point and the physical damage, though, without having to pay 20 Orbs of Regret, so I don't know. Fingers crossed. And I ditched that only to realize that it was in fact a superior item, even though it doesn't say superior in the title after being identified. And I was hoping those boots would be upgrades, but they were not because it did not have move speed. And move speed is great. And I really need to clean out the stash. I think at this point pretty much everything is full. So, like, I am too lazy to do it. But yeah, so we got the bandit done. About 24 minutes into the video now. Just gotta get through the Fell Shrine ruins, down into the depths of the church dungeon, or whatever the hell it's called now, and wrap up this episode. Ooh, a shrine. I want it, but the episode trying to shoot for 30-minute mark. Don't want to waste time as I kill a random pack of zombies. It's like, another shrine. Screw it, we're just gonna get the shrine. Would have been nice if it was an accelerating shrine or acceleration shrine, and, you know, been able to run quick, leap slam fast across the map, stuff like that. No such luck, unfortunately. So essentially, we're just going to follow the road. Maybe open a chest or two. Maybe kill a pack of skeletons again. And I'm getting distracted by stuff on my desk. It's like, oh yeah, I got this stupid little flyer thing from someone standing outside the supermarket soliciting. Stuck it in my pocket without actually looking at it. It's like, oh yeah, luxury apartments to rent. It's like, it's a nice picture. You know, bed, bath, newly built, receive 1 month free, blah blah blah, the information, call number, refer a friend, referral fee thing. You know, offer expires February 15th. And this is all printed over a picture of a apartment building with the camera date still on it. The camera date is 11/29/2007, which means one of two things. They did not set the camera properly, or set up the camera so that the date would be correct, or it's actually a 7-year-old picture that they're advertising is new. Don't know. Either way, that's pretty lazy, or it's either very deceptive or very lazy. And I'm not aware of any new apartment complexes in that area, so it seems more like they're trying to scam the crap out of people. 7 years is not what I would call newly built. Especially with apartments. That could be anywhere from one person to having lived in it, or, well, no one having lived in it, to having had many, many people live in it. Anyway, back to the game yet again. I'm going to be saying that way too much when doing these post-commentaries. The idea here, just generally speaking, is to not attack or kill anything, and just progress through the area. Get through the crypt, not the church dungeon. It used to be the church dungeon, but no, Grinding Gear Games had to change it all to confuse me. That's exactly why they did it, specifically to confuse the crap out of me and me alone. And occasionally we might end up killing some packs of things. And some more things. But, you know, that was totally planned. I just really wanted a Quicksilver Flash charge. You know, being able to run quick makes up for the having stopped to kill things. Not really. If I one-shot them all, then hell yeah, that'd be worth doing. It's like just run in, smash, everything explodes, dies, get a Quicksilver Flash charge, and just take off running at 50% increased speed. Fortunately, it generally does not work that way. I'm just checking this little spot, making sure this is a dead end. My luck, that would be where I needed to go. And I'd explore the entire rest of the place, and then realize that, yep, that little tiny spot I didn't check, that's where I need to go. So I was like, back off elsewhere. And this was probably this was kind of a dumb idea. That would have been like prime desync positioning. So I was like, okay, I'll leap slam again. And okay, that spider is following me. I think I haven't died yet to something that I don't see attacking me, so I didn't desync. Great. Moving on. Yay, another shrine. This is why I actually remembered that I was supposed to look that up. And it turns out that all those things are getting blinded. It's like, that's what those little sparkly bits are. Alright. We've reached the end of the crypt. I think that was the name of the place. I have no clue what the place is called. I forgot already. And, yeah, we have our lightning resistance rings on still. I'm just like, screw it, man-moding this. Let's do it. kill these guys. And I'm getting hit with vulnerability, which makes me take even more damage. But we're just gonna kill everything. Kill it all. Make it die again. And it's getting close down there. I'm not popping those instant charges for whatever reason. They would help. But we kill the Archbishop. We kill the 2 of the 3 at least remaining skeletons. Or just say screw it and pick up some loot. Say screw it and pick up some loot evidently. Get the golden hand. That's what it is. Run back to our town portal. And get the hell out of here. So now I'm sitting here looking at the time. It's like, oh, I actually kind of made it in about 30 minutes. About 31 minutes, actually, but whatever. Like, oh, you know what? Time to get quest rewards, because the episode totally didn't go over 30 minutes already. And it's like, oh yeah, I just rearrange this here, there. It turns out that I can't actually get that item in here. Just actually don't have the slot space. It's like, it's a chance of an upgrade. I want to know if it's an upgrade or not. So, once again, just throwing everything into the stash. Don't care where it goes, I will deal with that nonsense later.
What troubles you bring now?
And we don't want to purchase stuff. There we go, the reward. Hammer, axe, or sword. The hammer and axe are usable. The sword has a high dex requirement, which I do not have, so that's out of the question. It comes down to an axe or the hammer. Or mace. The mace has the added benefit of the increased stun duration, so I go with that. Apparently I took my sweet time actually deciding that yes, I did want that. Identify, and we got 2 increased physical rolls. The percent increase and the added physical. And some fire damage and resist on top of that, which is nice. And it turns out that it is actually a nice upgrade. 7 something from something else. 600 something to 700 something. It's a nice upgrade. Gotta sort some gems around. And as soon as that's done, we are good to go. Or at least grab the other quest rewards.
Here, the tree that Yena calls Larata.
You are dream.
And we get some passive respect points. I don't know exactly where the episode is ending, so I'm going to say that's it for this episode of Let's Play Path of Exile. Next time we're going to attempt to finish up that the northwest part of Act 2. So, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, rate, and or subscribe. Have a great day.